Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be a reading I thought that I would do for this full moon in Taurus that's coming up on the 24th. I believe it lasts about a month. Um, I'll put a couple links down in the description box below on some things that I looked up about the full moon in Taurus, some of which I'm going to read from off of here. But it's basically it's a time about change, excitement, and uncertainty, especially in relationships. Um, Venus opposes, oh my God, I got chicken scratch. Venus is opposite Uranus. So the focus then is on change, and there's also uncertainty in love or relationships, and also perhaps finances. The challenging aspects, Venus opposes Uranus. So again, it signals change or tension in love life stuff. New love can be coming in. Something that could be exciting and unusual and even surprising. Um, but it also could be unstable, risky, and brief. So I guess it's like discernment is key. And remember too, I guess we're also in a retrograde, I believe, until November 16th, I want to say. Um, Venus retrograde. So again, past issues, past people, resolving past stuff so we can move forward with the same past people, or, we're meeting new people. So I guess that's where the discernment comes in. It's like a roll of the dice. You gotta do a dud or something that's going to deliver some long term. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's also about needing to be careful again with money matters, as well as some financial windfalls may also be possible. And if they are, again, be careful. Don't go crazy spending money and all that. Shoot, I need to. I'm gonna buy me a scratch ticket. I need some windfalls myself. You know what I'm saying? Moon is in conjunct with Uranus, brings impulsive reactions. Again, relationship upsets, family disputes, or major changes in intimate relationships. You might feel isolated or detached from loved ones. So basically it's that's, I guess, maybe if you're alone, or maybe if you're around people, I don't know, or in a relationship, you might still feel isolated and detached due to having issues going on. So again, this could be a mixture of some good and some bad. Um, the moon opposes Venus. It's there for an increased need for love and affection, regardless of the consequences. So that's what I say. Watch out for them rushed into choices. All those people that it's like holiday times rolling up. You know what I'm saying? So discernment again is key. Don't go hooking up with people again, filling voids, meeting needs. Don't want to be alone through the holidays. It says here, loneliness can cause you to lower your standards just to be with somebody. If you're single, is in, so watch out, watch out. Um, Different moods and needs may expose simmering tensions, with people already involved. So again, whatever's been bubbling underneath the surface may start to rear its head. Um, may also be tempted to turn to vices to pacify. Shopping, gambling, drinking, drugs. Well, maybe some people cheating too. Watch out. It says people just acting up as usual. The helpful parts might find true lasting relationships again, or current ones might kick the bucket. Opportunity to learn patience and emotional strength and dealing with all this bullshit. Rely on strong instincts and common sense. Again, fool me once, fool me twice. Remember, sense to make important decisions in home, family, relationships. Again, money matters. So be wise. And again, I'll put some links to a couple things that I looked up. I like the astrology stuff too. Well, but sometimes that stuff gets like math for me. I'm not good at math, so all those charts and stuff gives me anxiety when I look at it. But I enjoy astrology stuff too because it definitely helps to know like moon cycles and all this other stuff. Um, to see why people again are acting crazy when they do, or why you're acting crazy when you are. Now, originally this card, the full moon spread, it is just a 3-card spread, but this is like if you're doing it just for yourself, I guess. And there's just 3 questions. First one is about illumination. You know, what can be no longer, well, so what can no longer be hidden? What's coming to light here? That's why I said some things that might be brewing underneath the surface is going to come rear its head. Or again, just stuff that we can't ignore anymore. Honest acceptance of it is what it is. Second is release. What can you let go of? And third is, and that's when they talks about here, can talk about, resolutions to things can happen, it teaches you patience, forgiveness, all that stuff. So again, what do we need to let go of? Well, it says here, Spirit says let go of control issues, but we'll get to that. And the third question was transformation. What's getting ready to emerge? Again, what's going to be switching up here? But again, sometimes people are changing, transitioning, jumping from relationship to relationship for some, again, not wanting to be alone for the holidays, it's again being wise in our choices in regards to, again, the energy that we bring, the energy that we allow, and are we choosing situations for the right reasons, again, not to fill voids and meet needs, or fears of being alone and not being through the holidays. Again, for some, if people are just casually dating, hey, as long as you put that stuff up front, we have someone to go to holiday parties with, whatever, it's fine. But make sure that we don't take people back that are not meaning us well just because they say everything we've waited to hear, or we don't want to be alone. Again, depending on your situation, as I tell everybody, know what you're dealing with. And what do you call it? Actions, words, consistency. Again, take things slow. Ain't no rush. And whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing. Again, originally it was just these 3 cards. So I shuffled them, and I cut them, and I chose the 3, I asked the 3 questions, and this was at the bottom. This is the masculine side. Then I did the same procedure again, and then this was at the bottom. So I put that up here to describe this is the feminine side, masculine side again. Masculine, feminine stand for energy, not gender. And also I deal with obviously the shadow aspects of those energies. And you can both males and females have both masculine and feminine within them. And it's whatever shadow aspect that you're working through, which is showing up. And again, you can be a man and resonate with the feminine side. You can be a woman and resonate with the masculine side. Again, it depends on whatever energy that you're working out of, the lower energy. And I'm also going to do a video about that. Just a brief little thing. I mean, you can look at stuff up online too about the, the yin and the yang. And, what is balanced masculine and balanced feminine energy. And then when you have too much of it or too little of it, how that shows up. So again, that's how my readings go. It's not man, woman. So people say, oh, man bashing. No, it's male energy, shadow aspect, female energy, shadow aspect. So we're going to see what we need to work through, what we can work through, what we can release again for this full moon situation. Now, originally, again, I just did these, but then I said, oh, let me give them some advice. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. They do mention stuff about relationships, so maybe I should ask some of the romance angels. And then I says, well, let me ask these two again. So 3 cards turned into more. And also, when I did these, I was going to put them back. I wasn't going to do a for them both thing. But this card fell out. So I said, oh, well, now with my OCD, I have to pull one of these for this because I can't have an uneven, because that's just how I am. So this is for you both. And again, it don't have to be 2 people that were dealing with each other. It's just, again, it could be, but it's a message for you both, regardless if you know each other or not. So let us start off with, I guess, the advice for you both is to let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So whatever your situation, you're being asked to let go of control issues. And then we also have here compromise. So again, this does not mean compromising your self-respect, your boundaries, your standards, all this stuff. This is coming to a kind of a win-win situation for you, for everybody, you know, so there can be peace and balance and forgiveness and just, again, allowing to drop whatever needs to be dropped, say whatever needs to be said, clear out whatever needs to be cleared out, and keep moving. And listen to your intuition. Whatever it's telling you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to returning people. That's just saying. Because, you know. So at the bottom here for the masculine energy, we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So again, this is, I guess, your overview. This is taking on too much or avoiding responsibility. Unnecessarily holding on to a burden. Again, whatever needs to be said or brought up to the surface or let go of, you know, it's about needing to let it go. Again, 10s are the end of something, so allow that shit to end, that cycle, that way of being, that whatever it is for you. Challenges that will soon pass, or again, releasing oneself of burden or stresses. Again, maybe there's going to be somebody who's just lets it out. But also it could be someone who's could be trying to avoid shit, avoiding responsibility and making it more hard on others. Made your bed, now you got to lie in it. So if that's what side of the coin you fit on, that could also be your message. Purging or clearing out, again, decluttering, simplifying, needing to prioritize and organize. So clearing out, you know, it could also be moving, traveling, okay, moving, traveling, you know, clearing out. So as I said, some people might be moving, traveling, but whatever it is, we're needing to be accountable for ourselves and our actions and our choices and say what we got to say, release ourselves from burdens, you know, don't avoid responsibility or accountability. Again, simplify, prioritize, and organize yourself. Now, then we have, for the first question, again, was illumination. What can no longer be hidden? We got the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this is somebody who's all talk and no action. Someone who acts hastily, or is also someone who is undelivering on their promises. So maybe that is what's being no longer can be hidden. You know what I'm saying? Acting hastily without thinking. Not effective use of energy. A need to take one thing at a time. Again, all talk, no action. Spying, stalking. Again, maybe somebody's going to reveal how they've been watching something. Or again, not delivering on promises, someone who thinks they're a know-it-all, someone who's annoying others with constant questioning and challenging. Be conscious about how you come across. So again, if this is something that's, can no longer be hidden, again, maybe it's our actions, maybe it's the way that we treat people, the way that we, go about doing things. It's all kind of either coming out, we're being seen for who we are, and it might not be too good. Oh, operating from the shadow masculine, or again, self-realizations about one's own actions and choices, acting hastily without thinking, not effectively using our energy, a need again to prioritize our life, what's important. What are we putting our energy into? Are we putting in any energy into anything? Or are we just kind of floating by, floating through? Again, in how we come across. Again, the energy that we bring into other people's lives, or the ones that what we allow. How we show up for ourselves, for others. So again, this might be something that's coming to light. Be conscious again of how you come across, fear of public speaking or not, fear of saying something. Or again, maybe saying one was fearful to speak a truth. Not feeling you have enough knowledge or experience. Again, maybe trying to discover some things. But this is, what can no longer be hidden. So this is something about you, the shadow aspect of your masculine that you're working out of here. Again, this is about how we show up. All talk, no action, hasty, undelivered promises. Again, not directing our energy in a productive way. Being challenging and not cooperative. Or again, equal in how the give and take aspects in relationships. Now, the second question here is what we need to release. What can you let go of? And this is indecision, confusion, being caught between a rock and a hard place. So this is about, getting out of your head and making a choice, making a decision, take off the blindfold, stop with this whole, I don't know mentality. Difficult choices, again, either option leads to negative consequences. This is how we're thinking, because change requires you letting go of something, and fear or comfort can keep us from doing that, simply because we don't want to deal with what comes next, especially if what comes next is uncertain or it requires more of us. And again, those comfort zones, people just, they're unhappy, but they allow themselves to perpetuate their own wounding, karma, whatever it is. They don't get out of their own way. They just show up again the same way they always have. But again, this is some realizations that are coming here. Thank the Lord. I'm sure you're, what do you call them? Spirit guides. It's late, I'm tired. Please be patient with me. Not feeling like too you're stuck, because you're not stuck. It's about making a decision, making a choice. How am I going to show up for myself? What do I need to change? Again, what do I need to let go of? What's been holding me back? How have I been being my own worst enemy? How have I been an enemy to other people? So again, check yourself. The transformation. What's getting ready to emerge? Temperance in reverse. You got all reverse here. Imbalance, excess, lack of long-term vision. So this is what's getting ready to emerge. Again, this is you realizing maybe that you're all out of whack. You're not focusing enough on yourself, or you've made some choices that have not worked out so well for you, for others, consequences of actions. Again, being out of balance in conflict or excessive or creating excessive stress and tension within yourself. Again, feeling all out of whack. If you follow a certain path, it will perpetuate this. So again, realizing that I can't keep going down the road I'm going, or I've been going on. Something's got to change within me so that I start, running from thyself and finding myself in the same situation, the same scenarios, because I am showing up the same. A need for reflection. Again, lack of long-term vision and purpose. Hasty actions. Again, impatient. Rushing into things without thinking about it. And now we're in the shoulda, woulda, couldas. But if we've learned something, everything happened as it was meant to. Leave the past and embrace the future. This is what we need to do. And this includes how we've showed up into the past, right? And how are we going to be different in the future? Because no matter where we go, there we are, right? Uncooperative, competing interests. So this is, again, imbalance, not coming together. Now, for some, this could be an imbalance within you, or this is also like the coming together of the masculine and the feminine energy, reuniting with someone even. Maybe, you might realize that you're not able to come back together with someone again, or this is just, an aspect of the self here. But whatever it is, we're needing to let go of something. This is clear, and we're needing to speak up and be honest with ourselves, honest with others, and kind of, again, figure out what it is. What are we doing here? What are we doing with ourselves? Home is your advice. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home and family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. So again, this is obviously, we're thinking about what do we want in the long term? Are we going to work on where we are? Are we going to move towards something else? Again, what efforts are we needing to make? What are we needing to let go of? What are we needing to address here? And there's definitely some kind of decision that we're needing to make in regards to where we're setting down our roots. Home, family, and again, and beginning to show up so that we can have that and keep it. And we got needing me some gratitude over here. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. So again, if we're in any kind of woes, needing to find something to be grateful for, again, it's about changing the energy, I guess. Trust me, there's plenty of times where I'm looking like, let me just say something. I'm grateful for the birds. I'm grateful for my coffee. I guess something, because you can get in that stinking thinking. And sometimes it's hard to find something to be grateful about, but there's always something. I'll do these ones after. Let's get over here to the feminine. The star in reverse is your overview here. And this is about, lack of faith, despair, discouragement, spiritual mission is distorted, dwelling on negative issues, feeling conceited defeat, again, feeling hopeless, helpless, faithless, disengaged, uninspired, not feeling connected, and needing to move on. Need to work past whatever is holding you back from moving into your next phase. You know, whatever, again, we're needing to find some faith, some courage, some inspiration, some hope, something, and get a move on and figure out our new direction as well. Um, Again, loss of faith. Look for a sign. That's what I always get with these cards. They keep telling me, look for a sign, look for a sign. I'm like, you've been saying that forever. What am I looking for? Test of faith. Again, trying time that brings awakening and transformation. So again, everybody's going through their growth spurts, or should be, during this time. Again, getting honest with ourselves, things coming to the surface, figuring things out, making choices again for why we are engaging in relationships with certain people, is again being honest about the reasons why we're there, or why we would want to go back to something, or however it is fitting for you, or why we need to again heal and release and just move forward. Now, your first question again was the illumination. What can no longer be hidden? We got the Two of Wands. So this is about, also about choice. We got Two of Swords here, Two of Wands. People needing to make a choice and pick a path and move forward. Again, that the world is your oyster here. For some, this might be travel as well. Some people might be thinking about, their own living situations. Do they want to stay where they are? Do they want to go somewhere else? Thinking about the potential of what lies ahead. What kind of life can we create for ourselves? What do we want? Everybody's got to figure out, what do they want. Have an enthusiastic approach to life and a passion for adventure. Won't be all like this, right? Because this is how current feelings are. Spark of inspiration on a path forward. Discovery, stepping out of your comfort zone. Everybody's needing to get out of their comfort zones, get out of their own way. Myself included here. I don't preach to preach. Again, overseas travel. Some are considering their long-term plans. Again, what do I want? Where do I want to live? I know I've been thinking about that too. Decisions. Stick to what you know, or expand your horizons. Again, everybody's going to make a choice here. Take a risk. Explore one's options. Patience and focus and intent. Patiently await for rewards and watch your ideas materialize. So again, it's about putting in the effort. Everybody's going to start showing up for themselves here. And don't go thinking someone else is going to complete you, or someone else is going to make you happy, or you can't. The whole part of, if this is two people that have once dealt with each other, the whole part of this separation time was for you to work on each other. It's not all about the woo-woo. It's not all about like, well, I got to get back together with this person, and then I can be productive, and then I can do all these other things. It's like, no, you have to know how to do that on your own. Again, two broken halves don't make a whole. Don't go back to something, or don't go or feel like you can't focus on you and do you and work on your own goals and your own things without being with someone. That's codependent. That's like you needing something outside of yourself to make you feel, to get you even inspired to do something. So you got to watch out for that stuff. You got to watch out, because again, you find yourself in situations where you're settling for less than, just so you're not alone. So be careful. New people, old people, with whoever. In the meet, you're still supposed to be doing you. Not sitting around letting things pass you by, waiting for another person to come in the picture. Then we have here what needs to be released, or what can you let go of? We got the Six of Cups, so this is about, letting go of the past, or letting go of somebody from the past. Returning to happier times within yourself. Try to Work towards that. Now, Handsome just woke up. I'm going to clean out his cage. He's got a stinky. Now here, wanting to return to happier memories of the past. Sometimes these are aspects that have since vanished. As you see here, there's a few flowers. I'm not even showing you. There's some There's a few flowers and stuff, but then there's also like dried up yard. There's no green grass there. Everything's kind of dry, so it kind of represents old and new, or something that needs to be, again, watered, nurtured to return to a more flourishing time. Wanting to escape to the past. Again, don't be living in the past. Instead of dealing with the present. Reflection, enduring, overcome, just learning from the past as well. Learning from the past, to overcome future stuff. Again, living and learning and applying. I need to take time to heal. This is all about healing too, wishes. But again, depending on where you are, how long you've been in this waiting mode or needing to heal. Again, for some, if you need extra help, like with therapy or something like that, do that. Don't friends, well, however it is, it's going to get you in the present and looking towards the future, right? This is all about, too, the inner child. Again, a lot of this is childhood wounding showing up. This is also about needing to not be afraid to open your heart again, but using discernment this time around, right? Making wiser choices. 7 of Cups, speaking of choices. Transformation, this is what's getting ready to emerge. So this is you even figuring out that you've got options, choices. Some of them good, some of them might not be good. Just like that thing says, this is, you might pick a winner or you might pick a dud. It depends. That's why they say, listen to your intuition when it comes to compromising, when it comes to, especially if we're dealing with past people. Again, don't compromise your standards or your values. Don't settle for less just because, finally the person that you've been chasing is coming back. But again, should they be coming back? Should you be allowing them back? Like, how are they showing up? This is all about making the right choice this time. And again, both people needing to make the right choice for the right reasons. And it should not be ones based in need or wounding or whatever it is. It's got to be based in truth with ourselves even. Again, about what it is that we want, how we're going to show up, and how we're going to allow others to show up. Now that we've been through this learning lessons and all of this stuff, right? So again, 7 of Cups, again, ideas, dreams, thoughts, mystery, illusions, transitions, wisdom and knowledge, or a need for illumination. Again, to make the right choices for the right reasons. Some people might need to be, pursuing their dreams, pursuing some business ideas or some creative ideas. They've been pushing the feminine to kind of get on that path, the masculine as well. It's the people that are just needing in general just to find a path and to start making the right choices for themselves and showing up differently, treating people better and each other better, themselves better, first and foremost. Thoughts, choices, again, needing to make cautious choices. Use wisdom here. Wishes mixed with blessings. Again, watch out. One night stands, cheatings, or consequences. So, or again, great opportunities that turn into problems later, while less exciting opportunities turn out to be golden opportunities. So just like that thing said, for both people, it's about watch those choices. Now, we'll get into here. For the masculine, oh, let's do these because these were first. You have your attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this is all about law of attraction. Again, if you're moving towards something, do in any kind of deceptive manner or fear mode or wounding mode, you're going to attract same kind of karma that you've been having. This is also about trying to be better in your thinking. Again, because we attract what we are, not what we want. So if you want better things, you kind of have the transformation again has to start from within. We're going to have to release these things that we're needing to release. We're needing to get our aha moments and again show up differently so we attract better things to ourselves. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So again, if you're wanting this, you must first do this. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, that childhood wounding that had you all screwed up in adulthood. But again, it's also about healing this family, right? Wasn't there family here? Family? Yeah, family here. You got healing family issues here again. So this is about your home, your family, or who you want to make a family with. Again, healing thyself, doing the work, working to heal whatever relationship you might be pursuing or healing from one you're dealing with. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So again, either you're looking to be generous and try to, gather some friends together to do some kind of venture, or you're offering some kind of assistance, or maybe you're needing some kind of assistance. But again, make sure we're showing up for ourselves too, not being codependent. I don't know how this let your friends help you card can fall in all kinds of ways. So if you need support, this also could be spirit saying, listen to our guidance. Because sometimes I ask them, I'm like, are you the friends in this card? And they're like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. So it might just be, spirit's advice, following spirit's advice. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Get your shit together because you deserve love. You are lovable. And it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So stop blocking yourself by showing up like this. Peaceful resolution. And then we have unlikely. So I don't know if they're saying, some shit is just not going to work out. But fret not. You need to be, maybe again, you're needing to free yourself from a current situation because there's unlikely that situation is going to change. Still needing to, again, figure out our own stuff here, Or, well, I don't see what this unlikely is. I don't know what's unlikely? Let me see. What's unlikely? I said, or maybe if you're looking to reconcile with somebody, there won't be a reconciliation. And that's what you're going to realize, because due to whatever, this might be what you're hoping, but it might not turn out the way you want. I don't know. So this is general. Why unlikely? Sexual attraction, journey. So this is obviously about continuing on a journey in a relationship. Again, for some, whether it's the one that you're in, it might not work, and maybe they're telling you to go towards something else, or Or maybe if you're trying to go towards somebody from the past, maybe they're not going to take you back. I don't know. Sexual attraction journey. Why unlikely sexual attraction journey? Sorry, am I shaking the camera? Wealth. Maybe people got problems with money. Maybe money is the holdup. Spiritual. Spiritual could be, again, healing. Temperance is all about healing, too. Spiritual journey. Spiritual-based relationship, soulmate-based. I mean, obviously, there could be money issues. Like I already mentioned that. Because this has been the ongoing theme for everybody, it seems. Or again, or maybe somebody's looking for some help, financial help, or maybe someone's looking to offer some finances. They're needing to take a trip or a journey. Maybe they're wanting to visit somebody. I mentioned this was about moving, traveling. Bad news. Maybe this can also be telling you that you're worrying for nothing. Because this is bad news. This could be fearing the worst. Or for some, like I said, it might be bad news that you don't have money to travel, or right now, this is what got you all whacked out, or again, you just fearing, and maybe it's unlikely that there's anything to fear. That could be possible too. Or maybe it's unlikely somebody will take your money. Which is, what is the likelihood of that, right? Who rejects money? Well, it depends, I guess, on who's giving it. Soulmate for the feminine. Yes, this is your soulmate. So both people got soulmate cards. And again, you could be dealing with each other, or this is, separate issues. You don't even know each other. Or you did, and maybe you're moving on towards other people. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Remember I was saying about holidays rolling around. Someone might be traveling to see you, or you might be thinking about traveling to see someone, or just moving on in general. Again, trying to define your happiness again, knowing you have choices and options, and not all of them are good, but it's about being wise and moving on towards peace. Deception. Uh-oh. Someone's wearing a false self-mask in this relationship, or returning to happier times, letting go of the past, letting go of the deceptions, moving on, moving towards a new soulmate that might be trying to come in, but we need to, allow ourselves that option by healing. Oh, I didn't read your cards up here, I just realized. Or, about forgiving someone else here. Letting go of control issues, but listen to your intuition. Maybe be willing to compromise, come to a peace, a truce, heal a situation if you guys are dealing with each other. Maybe somebody, again, needing to speak up and because they're still lying or hiding stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wedding. The situation involves marriage, so either you were married to someone, or someone's going to reveal that they were married, because I know a lot of masculines got married, but they might have hid that, and now that's ending, and they're going to have to reveal that. So maybe that's what's being revealed. Or again, there was deception in your situation, if you're not even dealing with this person over here. And we're needing to heal from that, you know, move towards true love that could lead to marriage, you know, but we got to, again, keep it light. We got playfulness here. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So this could be, you know, with somebody new or somebody old, or they could be warning you that somebody's coming back, but they're still full of shit. Now they're going to try to get married and tell you they love you and, you know, give it a chance. But, you know, you need to keep it moving and choose a new direction. We don't know. Or opportunity, again, either we're needing to move towards something new, something that's an opportunity for all the things that we want to have. Again, learning from our choices of the past. Or, you know, they could be saying, you know, somebody from the past coming back. You know, they might still be, again, trying to present themselves as change, but they haven't changed, you know, and they're trying to tell you to choose a new direction. This ain't the opportunity for you. Or maybe there is an opportunity to heal with someone from the past. We don't know. Yeah. Why choose a new direction? Why choose a new direction? I could have did these separately. I was thinking about that because then they'd be shorter. 20 minutes for each one. But I did it together. Oh well. Friend, happiness, generosity. So somebody's coming to try to offer something here. Again, a new beginning, new opportunity. Why choose a new direction? Oh, that's too many. Choose a new direction. Stop, look, and listen. Love. Fair gray-haired man. Judgment. So, again, this speaks about paths, choices, directions. One might lead you to something nice, or it might lead you back to the same old shit. Or, you know, it's about listening to our intuition, paying attention to, again, how people show up, or to the signs, or whatever it is here in regards to some relationship. Might be a new one, might be someone from the past, again, looking to reconcile. You're going to have to use your judgment. You're going to have to listen to your intuition on this situation here. And then you also had health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. So this is about making sure we're taking care of our health. Mental, physical, emotional, you know, and again, this could be about healing. Again, allowing that to happen. Inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Again, the wounding, as we spoke of. And we also have your mother. I pray, I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. So you might be a mother. You might have kids. Again, thinking about that. Again, not wanting to repeat patterns with the same types of partners. Again, maybe wanting to set a good example for our children, healing our inner child, you know, making better choices for ourselves and our future and the partners that we seek, making sure that we're, you know, in healthy, balanced relationships, showing ourselves self-care. This is also going to be people who, again, mother issues, inner child, mother. So whether we're imitating what we see, you know, keeping that cycle going, from maybe we were behaving in ways that our mother acted in regards to, you know, the partners that we chose, or however that works for you. And again, and maybe now you're considering that with your own children, wanting to stop, again, that family karma, that repeating, you know. So this is either, again, or it could be both, as usually it is. Let's do it for fun, and then we'll close it out. What's the reality check that we have for the masculine during this Taurus full moon? What is the reality check we got for the masculine during this Taurus full moon? What is the reality check that we have for the masculine during this Taurus full moon? Who are you fooling with that bullshit? Everything you think, say, or do, the universe knows all. You cannot hide the truth or run from it. You can lie to others and yourself, but we all eventually reap what we sow. It all goes on your karma card. And that's what this was talking about, right? Seeing the truth about how we've been showing up and who we are and how we've been treating people, how we've been treating ourselves. Like stop lying, living a life of deception. Again, checking ourselves and needing to release that, needing to gain control again over our lives, needing to step up. Because again, you're not fooling nobody. Yeah, we do reap what we sow, and I think that that's what some masculines are doing right now. What other reality check do you have for the masculine? The truth is, we see the crack way before the ass. Ignoring red flags, wearing rose-colored glasses, and making excuses for bad behavior usually doesn't end well. Usually the same things we ignore will be the reason why things end. Again, the red flags even about what's within us. How do we keep showing up? Why do we keep repeating the same old things? We can't fool ourselves. We can't lie to ourselves. We can't lie to other people. We can't make excuses for bad behavior. For our own, again, how we're showing up. We can't make excuses. We are accountable for our own actions. We are where we are due to our own choices. And it's, again, being accountable. Again, not being authentic, entering into relationships, again, for means or ends, or being in it not full-heartedly, again, being somewhat deceptive, or however it is. It's like that will be the same reason why it ends, because it's built on bullshit. It's the tower moment. It's when that has to come crumbling down. You can't keep repeating. You know what I'm saying? And what, you got anything over here? You got anything else for the masculine? Anything else for the masculine? What other things do you have for the masculine? What other? Mountains out of molehills. Lighten up. It's not as bad as you think. You're scared. Lighten your load. Unburden yourself. Sometimes we blow things out of proportion. We make things harder on ourselves than they need to be. Or we try to move immovable mountains that instead should be walked over like stepping stones on the path to our enlightenment. Figure out what is the mountain or molehill in your life and lighten your load. Again, honest with ourselves. We are where we are due to our own choices. Live, learn, apply it, change, figure out what's got to go. How do we move forward? Stop making things hard on ourselves by, again, showing up the same way that we always do. Beware of the hobosexual, the one who enters into a relationship to prevent them from being homeless. Some people aren't looking for love, they're looking for help. So again, a lot of masculines were doing this. They jumped from one situation to the other and showed up the same way because they didn't want to deal with this part. But again, it all happens in our own time. So this is telling you that we need to stop being a hobosexual. Enter into relationships for the wrong reasons, because eventually, again, need-based, fear-based, wounding-based, whatever it is, if it's not honest, it ends up falling apart for the same reasons, because it was built in dishonesty, right? In some ways. Everyone goes through tough times, but some people bounce from relationship to relationship as a means to be taken care of. This is financial codependency, also financial abuse. A user, slacker, narcissist, or another cluster B personality type might be involved in this situation. Know what you're dealing with. It includes know what you're dealing with in regards to yourself. Do you fall into any of these categories? It's time to, again, needing to be honest. You know, if we got some issues that require some kind of therapy, and so that we stop, destroying our lives and other people's lives by, using people's means to an ends, then we're needing to address that. Stop being financially codependent, stop being financially abusive on others. Again, using people. Not this asshole again. Either they keep coming around, or in some way you keep bringing this past person into the present. If they keep coming around, there may be more lessons to go through with them, or the universe is testing to see if you've learned whatever lesson was to be learned before. Or you could be clinging to something that needs to be let go of in order to clear your energy, to be open to something new. So something new here. And it's best that you heal and release this person or experience for your own good. So again, for some, their current situation, maybe there isn't going to be a peaceful resolution because it's not based on anything that was truthful. It was, again, karmic, means to an end, whatever it is. It's about being honest, show up differently. And again, no matter where we go, there we are. So again, the past always seems to come back into the present because, again, we're showing up the same way. You might be thinking of going back to somebody from the past, and perhaps there's a reason for that. There might be more lessons that are to be learned with that person, but it depends on, again, some people might not be looking to go back into that for some of you. But whatever, even in regards to your own stuff, it's time to heal yourself. So we quit finding ourselves in this kind of situation. Clear your energy, get balanced. Something that you're clinging on to presently, you're needing to let go of, whether that's a karmic relationship, a way of being, a truth that needs to be spoken, something. Allow for a peaceful resolution, even within yourself. And again, or for some, you might be worrying out of nothing in regards to somebody else. Do what you got to do in order to make it happen. Because this might be how they think about you, not this person again. They might think that you're only coming around for, a living situation. So it might be unlikely that it might be as easy as you're hoping. And, it might be some work that needs to be put into it again. And then we have here, they don't care. Keep it moving. So for some, this might be how someone views about you, or, you're not caring about your current situation and you need to keep it moving. Something. And for the feminine here, or if you're involved with anybody who's a bit of an asshole, who doesn't care, who's only, there to use. But this is supposed to be the shadow aspect of the masculine, so that this would be more your behavior. If you're on the receiving end, you're the more of the feminine here. For the feminine, what reality check do you have? Whoa. You can give someone the world and still not have a place in it. Remember that. Never chase someone. Make yourself small to build another up. Jump through hoops to prove you're worthy of love. Endlessly give and get scraps in return. Be a doormat. Allow yourself to be taken for granted, taken advantage of. Settle for less than you deserve, etc. It's about valuing yourself enough to know that you're worthy of love, appreciation, reciprocity, and equal give and take in relationships. There are a lot of people who prey upon those who lack boundaries, self-esteem, self-love, self-respect, and after you've depleted yourself, they'll leave you high and dry to take advantage of another. Again, watch out for the homosexual. As I said, watch how you showing up. Okay. There might be warning this one over here. Don't deal with this person again, unless we deal with ourselves, you know. There must be balance. Know your worth. What are the reality checks you got for the feminine? Shit gets old. Move on. Whether it's with you, them, or both, at some point shit gets old. So whoever's got to go, let it. We're talking about here the what needs to be released. Releasing somebody from the past, or just releasing the past, or whatever feelings that you have about it. Allow for healing and transformation. Try to come to a compromise. Give your relationship a chance, and there might be an opportunity for something. Or you're needing to release the past person again so you can move on to find somebody else, because that was obviously a waste of time. And then we have here, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes we think that it is because of how someone wants us to see it, when in reality it's just fertilized with bullshit. Or if you're a person who has the habit of wreaking chaos and havoc in other people's lives, maybe it is greener because you're not over there messing it up. The truth is, the grass is greener where you water it. So again, if you're focusing on someone who isn't coming back, again, maybe they shouldn't be coming back. Maybe you shouldn't be wanting them back. Learn the lesson. Shit gets old. Move on. It was a dud. And it's not, they may want you to think that they're great in their new relationship, but obviously if this is a person you're dealing with, it probably isn't. So, you know what I'm saying? Lastly, what other advice you got for the feminine over here? Take a couple from over here. Inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit. Life is full of ups and downs, good times and bad, lessons and blessings. The path of least resistance is best. Learn to go with the ebb and flow, release and allow. There are reasons and seasons. Find peace in the storm and breathe. Learn the lesson, apply it, and move forward. This situation was meant to teach you something about yourself and others, most likely rooted in karma, conditioning, self-worth, boundaries, etc. Whatever it was for you, realize it, heal it, and release it. Now that you know better, you can do better. All is a lesson, and each lesson learned is karma shed, growth, and expansion. Girl, you better recognize it. Or girl, boy, whoever's in the feminine here. You're getting played, or you're playing someone else. Either way, you're playing yourself. It's time to cut through the bullshit. So again, if we're clinging to somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, Lord, give us strength. Recognize it. Again, listen to your intuition. Make better choices for yourself. Again, realizing who's come there to, who comes there to pick the fruit and who comes there to feed the soil. Notice the difference and act accordingly. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Again, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. And sorry it's long, but I guess I could have did a half hour for the masculine and a half hour for the feminine, but I did it all together. And it is what it is. So until next time, I'll watch out for the other videos. They are coming, the different signs and the November readings and all of that. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.